There is no doubt. Life after death exists. Watch until the end because there's an amazing gift waiting for you. They don't want you to know this. For thousands and thousands of years, this has been humanity's greatest mystery. What happens after death? Does consciousness really disappear? Or is there something much greater, something that has been hidden from us? Now, imagine a brilliant scientist, someone who dared to go beyond, who found such strong and disturbing evidence about life after death that they had to silence him forever. Yes, he was eliminated because his discoveries were too great to be revealed to the world. Skeptics want you to believe that all of this is fantasy, but the evidence is terrifyingly real. What if science already knows the truth, but is hiding it from us? What did this scientist discover that was so shocking it cost him his own life? And what if I told you that death might not be the end, that there is something beyond what we imagine? This could change everything you believe. Are you ready for this revelation? Before we continue, I want to know, where are you watching this video from? Comment below because I'll try to respond to everyone. And tell me, do you believe in life after death? Yes or no? I'll read the comments and interact with you. Stay until the end because I have an amazing gift for you, something that can open your mind in a way you never imagined. Let's uncover this mystery together. Now, let's get to the crucial point of this story. Who was this scientist, and what exactly did he discover that cost him his life? We're talking about Dr. Alexander Reinhardt, a neuroscientist and physicist who dedicated decades to studying human consciousness. With an impeccable resume and publications in respected scientific journals, he was always a man of science, a skeptic by nature. But everything changed when he began investigating one of humanity's greatest mysteries: what happens after death. His studies were directly linked to near-death experiences, NDEs, phenomena documented in thousands of reports worldwide. He interviewed people who had been clinically dead and returned with astonishing descriptions. They reported floating outside their bodies, seeing doctors and family members around them, passing through a tunnel of light, and even meeting deceased loved ones. What intrigued Dr. Reinhardt the most was that these people knew details that theoretically would have been impossible to perceive since their brains were already inactive. He began testing these phenomena scientifically, conducting groundbreaking experiments on critically ill patients, and the result was disturbing. There was something beyond the physical body, something conventional science could not explain. In his notes, found after his mysterious death, Reinhardt wrote about recurring patterns in the reports and an energy that seemed to remain conscious even after biological death. He was about to publish his research when, unexpectedly, he suffered a tragic accident, or at least that's what they said. Many believe he was silenced. Now the question arises, why don't these discoveries reach the public? Who has an interest in hiding the truth about life after death? Are we being manipulated into believing that everything ends here? And you, have you heard similar stories? Do you believe in the continuation of consciousness after death? Comment where you're watching from and share your opinion. I'll try to read and respond to everyone. Attempted silencing and conspiracy. Now stop and think. Who would have an interest in hiding this truth? Why was Dr. Alexander Reinhardt's discovery never publicized in major media outlets? Shortly before his death, Reinhardt began noticing that he was being followed. Close friends reported that he mentioned strange phone calls, anonymous warnings, and even attempted break-ins at his laboratory. His computer was hacked more than once, and important documents simply disappeared. The scariest part, Reinhardt himself confided to colleagues that if anything happened to him, it wouldn't be an accident. And then, just days before officially revealing his research, he mysteriously died. Officially, the cause was a car accident, but witnesses claim something was off at the scene. Nearby cameras were turned off, and there were no skid marks on the road. But Reinhardt was not the only one. Other scientists who dared to question the limits of human consciousness also met tragic fates. Have you ever heard of Dr. Raymond Kessler? This renowned quantum physicist studied the intersection between consciousness and parallel dimensions. In 1998, he was found dead in his home, and the investigation was quickly closed. Coincidence? And Dr. Victor Hallstein, who researched evidence of communication between the living and the dead, he vanished without a trace just before publishing an article that could shake the foundations of traditional science. The truth is, there is a line that cannot be crossed. Powerful forces control information and decide what we can and cannot know. If what Reinhardt discovered came to light, the world would never be the same. Now I ask you, do you think these scientists really died by accident, or were they silenced? And if this truth came to light, how would the world react? Comment where you're watching from and leave your opinion. I'll try to read and respond to everyone. Scientific evidence about life after death. Now, let's explore some of the evidence Dr. Reinhardt found. Studies on NDEs, near-death experiences. Thousands of people around the world report extraordinary experiences when they are near death. Some talk about seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, others about meeting deceased loved ones. These reports match in a surprising way, suggesting there may be something beyond physical perception. Research by neuroscientists and physicists on consciousness beyond the brain. Recent studies indicate that consciousness may not be limited to the brain. Physicists and neuroscientists have been investigating how consciousness could operate beyond the physical limits of the body, which could explain phenomena such as NDEs and even the perception of events after death. Documented unexplained phenomena. Cases of reincarnation, communication with the deceased, and even mediumship have been scientifically studied. Scientists like Ian Stevenson documented children who remember past lives with precise details, while researchers of mediumship are beginning to consider whether there is more than mere coincidence in these phenomena. What does this discovery mean for us? If life continues, what happens after death? The idea that consciousness survives physical death opens up a world of possibilities. If consciousness is independent of the body, it means that our true essence could transcend death and continue to exist in another state. How could this truth change the way we live? This discovery could radically transform how we view life and death. It would make us more aware of our choices and actions, knowing that our experiences and learning could continue beyond death. Additionally, it could promote greater empathy, compassion, and a search for a more meaningful life. What is the impact on religion, science, and society? Religions could find a new foundation for their teachings about life after death, while science would be forced to re-evaluate the boundaries of human knowledge. Society, in turn, would have to deal with the idea that death is not the end, but a transition to something new and mysterious. Now that you know these revelations, the question remains, do you believe there is something beyond death? If you were surprised by this discovery, share your opinion in the comments. And if you want more content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue this journey together in search of the truth.